the warehouse had to be 50,000 to 100,000 square foot, just one section. And when you go in the warehouse, as far as the eye could see, are these Humvees to the left, and even little all-terrain vehicles as well, like ATVs, or even like the two buggy ones, like an Arctic Cat, those as well. And to the right, the whole wall was full of the computers systems that they were installing on the Humvees. And next to them was the
and you're saying it was the type that they put in squad cars?
Yeah, it was. I mean, that's what they were preparing them for, like squad cars.
Well, I mean, look, the bankers already stole $24 trillion in just a few months. They need more. And the public's going to have its teeth knocked out and be taught who's master. And, you know, Americans need jobs, so the new jobs are going to be prison guards and paramilitary police. And that's why they got the Marines and Army out everywhere at checkpoints, just getting everybody acclimated. And the governor of Tennessee told them not to do it 3 months ago. And they said, sit down and shut up. This is our country now, and we're going to take it down for the foreign banks. And we're going to turn loose all the socialist scum to rule you. And the troops say, yes, sir. Huh, we're ready to rape America, sir. Yes, sir. Are you military? Are you police? Are you really going to do this? Hey, are you going to get that video edited and get it up on YouTube, or you want to send it to us, brother?
I want to get it to y'all. I don't want to throw it on something on YouTube where they can try to track it back.
Stay there. I want to hear more about this when we get back. Stay there, D. Evil terrorist. How dare him show you this information? Al-Qaeda could get it.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
We're going to go live at prisonplanet.tv at the start of the next segment. The last 2 hours and 10 minutes. And then I'm going to start going to those video clips. I see these kind of stories every day. There's one where there's 50 million to this group to start environmental carbon taxes in their area, and $1 million to that group, and 500,000 to this group. They're just buying everybody off. That's why every major corporation, company, community group, they're all getting on board pushing, quote, sustainability. And a lot of it sounds reasonable. Like, I was looking at the current issue of National Geographic this morning, and it was how to grow gardens on the roofs of buildings. Sounded great. But then it was, oh, we need to set the precedent to make it the law you have to do this. And then that becomes a form of tyranny and allows them to regulate and control. And once that precedent's set, it's over. And, oh, we want to have sustainability in our forests. Sounds reasonable. What does that really mean? It means total control by offshore banks that have bankrupted this nation by design. So big news blitz coming up in the next segment. A bunch of different video clips I want to play. I want to play a news clip so it's not just me saying it. Cost of bailout hits a whopping $24 trillion. I'm sorry, I got that wrong in the first hour. I said $23 trillion. It's 24, sorry. It's worse than I said. FDA okays bacteria-eating viruses to treat meat. I mentioned that, so I want to go over that story. And I've got a bunch of other articles here as well we haven't even gotten to yet. But going back to D in Kentucky, D, so you were in this facility making a delivery, and they were getting all these Humvees ready for martial law. I mean, that's already confirmed that they're going to have tens of thousands, well, they already do, of regular Army patrolling America. And part of the acclimation process of all of this is to have them running checkpoints in every major U.S. city. And other federal forces are already doing that. But that's why we see the press releases of, oh, the Army's out with Homeland Security running checkpoints in Tennessee. And the governor says, stop that. And they say, no. Or, oh, a highway patrol press release. The Marines are going to be out assisting officers at checkpoints countywide. And then the news calls and says, isn't that illegal? And Marines say, oh, we're not doing it now. And then because Marines are meant to lie to enemies' forces. It's part of PSYOP. And the news shows up, and there are the Marines. And then they call the Marine commander, and he says, you didn't see that. Because this is PSYOPs. You don't tell the Iranians when you parachute in and plant bombs on a bridge and then get extracted out at the border 5 miles away. You don't tell an enemy you're putting deadly brain-eating chemicals in their water supply to make them submit. You hit them, and you hit them hard. You hit them well. It's so enjoyable to have the slaves taking it so well. Oh, they're taking it. Well, give them more then. Take them to a new depth of bondage and enslavement. Train them, break them, make them submit to the foreign banks with little pot-bellied globalists running it all. There's nothing the scum won't take, and we're going to give it all to them. That's the attitude. So they're going to take your family farm and ranch. You just watch. And if you don't like it, the SWAT teams will kill you dead. It's always done with an excuse. Oh, well, you didn't pay the tax. You got into environmental violations. You will submit to the officers. And they're going to take your factory, they're going to take your business, and they're going to take your kids. And I see the stories every day where families, for no reason, have their children taken. And they cry about it, and they beg and say, this is America, I'm supposed to have due process. And they take it. So they're going to take more then. I'm really in a nasty mood today. I shouldn't even be on air. Just so sick of it. It's so obviously corrupt. It's so obviously evil. The system's so obviously out of control. Why do we have to put up with all this bull? Why do good people take being bossed around by a bunch of parasite scum? I feel like I could take on 20 people right now. I swear. I'm so angry I could just gnash my teeth till they broke off. I mean, I am just, till it's just, my gums are just bloody hubs. I just like to bite into the New World Order. Oh, man, I tell you what. Disgusting, pedophile scum is what runs the New World Order. Filthy, degenerate psychopaths that every cell in my body cries out against. I just want to run them over. Because I'm normal. When people are waging war against me and gutting my country and giggling and smiling about it in their fancy suits, it makes me want to throw up. And all these government officials in clown outfits and different costumes that everybody bows down to like a bunch of retarded monkeys. The general public sits there and, I mean, that's all that regalia and titles and uniforms are. It's a bunch of bull. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick of you, New World Order. And I'm sick of all the cowardly scum that's being hurt by the New World Order that feels like they're part of the power structure going along with it. And all the creepy yuppies, all the mid-level servants of the elite, all on power trips, all with their fake confidence games and their fake quiet demeanor and how, quote, nothing affects them and they don't care about society and they just sit there like parasites. You need to go into the fire too, you pieces of crap. I'm sorry, D in Kentucky. Anything else about this facility? How many Humvees did you see? How many Humvees per facility? And of course, you were asking the locals about it, and they didn't realize what was going on around them. They were just, totally mind dumb?
They could have totally been playing it off. In my opinion, that's what I think. Because they're not supposed to. This is a military facility that it took. We had to get special clearance. We had to do a special search, special waivers to get us through. And when I asked the question, it was more like it tried to avoid any more.
Because you're American scum. If you would have been a foreign intelligence group, you would have been allowed into the Pentagon, highest security, without even signing in. Because you are the enemy, buddy. Hell, there's a factory by where my office is, and they make people take their shoes off and search them to go in there. It's all crap. And they're going to phase in this searching and checkpoints into every facet of our lives. I'm sorry, I'm going to shut up. Go ahead.
Well, you're right on, Alex. And what it takes, it takes people that has a position of you to hear from the people that's here, that's out trying to do some work. And so that when they do see something come up, they'll be like on Prison Play, well, I've seen that on Prison Play. Well, what's really going on? Maybe these people are right. Maybe we should have listened. Maybe we should have took our heads out of our rear ends. But they don't realize that. They don't care about us.
So what else was going on in these warehouses?
They have been taking in, I couldn't tell you what type of vehicles these were, but one day we came in, this is also a FEMA site. It's not an actual Rex 84, but they do a lot of stuff for FEMA. They got
What's the name of it? What's the name of this filth pit again?
It's called Bluegrass Station. It's just north of Lexington, Kentucky, just outside of a little town called Avon.
All right. Go ahead.
And I mean, they do all kinds of stuff. They brought, I mean, like, it had to be, as far as the eye could see of this railroad track, these military truck liner vehicles, like, they pulled them in on trains. And as far as you could see, I mean, it looked like these things were getting prepared for something. I mean, for people to think that we're getting ready to invade North Korea with Humvees and these huge military vehicles, they're crazy. You know, if they were getting ready to run into Iran, people that's got nuclear power, they were getting ready to just try to overrun them on the ground. People are crazy. They're out of their minds. I mean, this is totally what would look for somebody to be preparing for, like, a massive riot, a United States riot.